Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how in 3 lines of code you can scrape the Instagram JSON object that's embedded in the front page. Now, if you do any kind of investigation about scraping Instagram, you'll find very quickly that there's a JSON object inside a script tag. So let me show you how you can get that. You look at the page source. Now, you'll scroll all the way down. Okay, you'll come to this very long script tag right here. You're looking for one that begins with window._share data equals so on. Now this goes way on down, all the way down to keep going, all the way down to here. All right, so that's the one you want. I showed you in a previous video how you could use the map function to make sure you're on the right track. So let's just go ahead and use that as a starting point. What I like to do is I like to first work in the code editor because it'll give me coding hints and things like that. So we'll start with this. We'll say my scripts, because there's going to be several script tags inside this page. My scripts equal, and we'll start with an array from, because inside the document query selector is going to give us a node list, but we need to work on it as if it's an array. Query selector all. We're going to be looking for script. All right, now to the right of this parentheses is an array. It behaves as if it's an array. So we'll use the map function. Now we'll use an anonymous function. What we really want is just the inner text and just see what's going on there. Usually I say slice. I want to look at the first 25 characters. All right, now I'll copy that. You know what I also do? I'll say console.table. It's my new toy. My scripts. Okay, this will give me a nice little display. All right, we'll pop that in there. Okay, great. Now, do you guys like this display? I think it's really pretty cool. It eliminates all the blanks. There's a lot of blanks in there. All right, now the one we want happens to be, in this instance, the 6th element of this array. Don't go by that. That's not reliable. But what's reliable is this part right here, this prefix, this starting point right there. We want this item right here. We want to look for this. So we're going to use the filter function, and we're going to filter. Well, we said 25 characters, right? So the first 25 characters is this. So we'll go back over here. Instead of the map, the only reason I used map is because I just wanted to verify that I can get it, that I'm on the right track. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm going to use filter because I specifically want just this one item. So here I'll say filter. Now filter will look for a Boolean value, true or false. If it's true, it keeps it. If it's false, it kicks it out. Now we only want one, and this is unique right here. So we'll just look for this. Inner text, slice, because that's the first 25 characters. And we'll say equals equals. I guess the purist would say triple equals. Oops, I shouldn't have hit enter. All right, so that's our filter. I'll just drop it in right here. Okay, good. We just have one. And here is our script tag. Our inner text is going to be this guy right here. Okay, everything's great so far. In fact, I could do this and just say, oops. So my scripts is the one, is the array. It's only got one element, so it's the 0th element. Yep. And we want the inner text of that. Great, there it is. We're almost there. The JSON object that we're looking for is to the right. it's from here on down. Let me just make sure. Yes, good. What we need to do is we need to get rid of this part right here, and then we'll be in business. So to do that, we got my scripts right here. We know it's a single element array, so I'll just say my script, and I will make that the 0th element. Now this is what we're working with. We're almost there. I'll call this my object, and that will be my script. We're going to use the replace method. This is a regex, a simple regular expression, and we're going to replace it with a blank. Now in the regular expression, we'll have the up caret because we're talking about beginning with this string. This should work. This should strip it out and give us the object that we're looking for. Let's give it a shot. Good. There we go. This is a string. Now we need to parse it. So we're looking great. So we'll say my JSON equals JSON parse of my object. Now this is going to fail. I'll show you why in a second. It looks like it would work, right? Because we got our JSON object, everything looks clean. It's not exactly clean. There's something at the end. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. It didn't copy right. Okay, hold on. Right, we have an error. Unexpected token, semicolon in this. Yeah. There we go. It's at the end. Now, let's take a look at it a little bit more closely. Remember, see this says show more. We'll look all the way down the bottom. See that last trailing semicolon? That's what's screwing it all up. We need to get rid of that. We already have used the regular expression to strip out the prefix. Now we want to get rid of the suffix. You could use slice here, and we'll say -1. We're working from the back end forward. We just don't want that very last character. That should work. Oh, let's be brave. Let's put it all in. Super. Now we have a JSON object. That's our 3 lines of code right there. I promised you you could do it in 3 lines of code. Here's line 1, line 2, line 1, line 2, line 3. Let's just copy them all together. And we'll do this, and we'll hit refresh. And then we'll just drop them all in. It's not a function. My script.replace. Oh, yeah. I think I got a little sloppy there. Hold on. It should still work. Let's look at it one by one. Okay. Oh, we wanted inner text. Doggone it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so these are your 3 lines of text. This is a little bit long. You could break it up into more lines if you want, but the guts of it are this. You're looking for this is your document query selector all. You wrap it in this array.from, so now it's an array. then you could put a filter on it. And we're being smart about this. We're not just saying the 6th element or the 16th element that we found in the map, because that is very, very unreliable. It can depend on how you come into that web page and just variables that you may not even be aware of. I don't even know. But I do know that it's random. So we don't have to rely on that. We could just go for directly the inner text slice, first 25 characters equals this. That's uniqueness right there. Now we have our object, and this will return an array, but we just want the 0th object, and we want the inner text. The core of it is right here. This could be a little bit hard because once you got that, then you need to strip out some things. This is regular expression. I have a video on this. It's not that hard to do, to strip out the prefixes. And then the slice is pretty handy for the suffix. Now that we have that, then we have our JSON object. Okay, let me just do this one more time. I feel so embarrassed I didn't get this one right. Okay, so we'll hit refresh. Those are our 3 lines of code. Hit enter. Yay. Okay, good. Now, as long as we have this, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's take a look inside this JSON object. It's got some cool things in there that you're going to want. Now, I just know this from experimentation. You will go through entry data, profile page, the 0th item, GraphQL. It's going to be user. See, it's very far down. It's pretty far embedded. We haven't gone all the way down yet. Okay, here's 222. That's a number following. Yeah. Let me just show you something kind of cool. You can say this, copy the property path. That's pretty helpful. Let's see what that looks like. Now this is entry data of what? Of our JSON object. Now you can't just hit enter. I don't think that's going to work. No. You have to say what it's of. So it's of my JSON. So let's do that, my JSON, and then do this. It's still not going to work, but I'll fix it in a second. All right, we're really, really close. What's messing it up are these double quotes. This needs to be a number. Enter. There we go. Okay, so you could just traverse up and down this object, look for things that you want. We already found that. Now let's go look for some of these pages here. It only gives you the first 12, but that's still pretty good. Edges. Okay, hold on. Followed. Yeah. Takes a little while. Takes a little while to get into this. I think this is the one we want. Edges. Good. See, those are the 12 from 0 to 11. Those are your 12 photos. Yeah. We'll just pick which one do we want to pick? We'll pick this one right here, the third one down, 0, 1, 2. Node. And, well, let's see, 129K, 444. Let's just verify we're on the right one. Oh, here we go, 444. Edge count, yeah, we're looking good. And you'll want to get the picture, probably. Oh, these are your likes, 129,000. You see that? That's that right there. You can get the photo. Well, now we know Michael Phelps' ID. Thumb resources. These go from big to small. These are all different sizes. Yeah, 150, 240, 640. Let's just say we want this one. Let's just say we want this. We will copy that path. Go down here. Remember, we've got to prefix it with my JSON dot, and then we'll drop that in. And then, of course, we have to get rid of this. It's going to be 0. Okay, sweet. Isn't that fun? Now, then I think we could just click on it, and then, yeah, there it is. Okay, so go ahead and have some fun with this. Now you know how to scrape all this, scrape the JSON object, and just like I promised, you can do it in 3 lines of code. These are the 3 lines of code. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That'll encourage me to make more videos like this. I hope you learned something new today. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.